Hi, I'm Zane.
And I'm Aaron, and this is another full-fledged production review. This time we're doing Iron Man 2.
Um, on a based-off opinion, I liked the first movie, but whenever I saw the second one, it blew it out of water
It
by
did.
comparison. It was a good movie to a great movie. Somehow the sequel was better than the first.
Robert Downey Jr. plays. I wouldn't choose anyone else to play Tony Stark. If I worked for Paramount and Marvel, wouldn't choose anyone else. He's like the perfect Tony Stark.
Yeah.
And I've seen a couple of his other movies, U.S. Marshals, where he plays the bad guy. It's pretty awesome. He's a good actor. Sure, he had his ups and downs there for a little bit, but he turned his life around. So
Mhm.
since then, he's been a great actor. And other members of the cast, Scarlett Johansson. Oh. And also, we've got Don Cheadle playing Rhodey instead of Terrence Howard, who played the original Rhodey. A little disappointing, but hey, you haven't seen Don Cheadle recently, so I saw him in Volcano, another 1997 movie with Tommy Lee Jones. He played Emmett, and he was good in that. So he played a real good Rhodey. So the premise of the story is takes place after Iron Man 1 when Tony reveals to the world that he is Iron Man. Big mistake right there. So uh,
He gets in a bunch of lawsuits.
yeah, with the Iron Man suit because the United States military wants to take his suit away from him.
Because they call it a weapon.
So what he wants to do is keep it for himself, and he also finds out that he's dying. That
What's it called? Yeah.
the arc reactor that's in his body, apparently the battery is corroding in it,
And it's rubbing off into his bloodstream, and it's essentially
killing him off.
It's killing him off, but it's also kind of like making him kind of stupid and drunk.
His blood toxicity goes up really high throughout the movie, and he decides, since he knows he's going to die, he has this huge party. Rhodey shows up, can't get Tony to quiet down.
So he takes one of the Iron Man suits.
He takes his
and they fight.
Oh, what was it? His Mark IV suit.
Yeah.
Takes it and starts kicking the crap out of Tony. And they have this huge fight. They both blast each other back to each side of the house, and Rhodey takes off.
You know, I'm sure every Halo fan was just like laughing right whenever he heard Mark IV.
They probably were. But whenever Rhodey takes the suit, he takes it back to the U.S. military. So Tony is left in his destroyed house, being under supervision of an agent of the Avengers, and he decides that he's going to figure out a way to keep his heart going. So in his dying hours, he watches a video that has his father on it telling him something that he wasn't supposed to hear until he watched this video. And he takes his father's plans for this metropolis city that he designed, and he finds out that it is an element that he rediscovers and creates a new type of power source for his arc reactor, which keeps him alive.
And if you've read any of the Marvel comics, you know that Iron Man used a piece of Captain America's shield to make the new element.
Still the same.
Still the same, but different.
He uses it to push up a coil so that it will stay level with everything else. So he still uses Captain America's shield
but it's not a piece. It's an entire
he uses
shield.
the whole shield. It participates in the process of creating the new elements.
So they're trying not to leave out the details, but they're just making them a bit different.
Tony lives, and Whiplash appears, and Whiplash appears way before the element and the party and everything, and he's angry with Tony because his father was kicked out of Stark Enterprises for dealing under the table with the Soviets. He was deported to Siberia along with his son. So he wants revenge on Tony for his father getting deported. So he builds his own arc reactor because his father kept the plans, and he creates the suit, the Whiplash suit, which beats the crap out of everything.
Up until the very end where it's Iron Man, Rowdy, and Rowdy has like everything, which was pretty sweet. You know, the mountain.
War Machine. He became War Machine.
Yeah.
And Whiplash is played by Mickey Rourke, which does a great job of impersonating a Russian person. Had a great accent. He really had it going there. He's really believable, his character. And
in Soviet Russia, machine build you.
so he was hired by Justin Hammer of Hammer Industries to create drones for them.
Well, it was originally a suit, but then he moved on to drones, and then
he was supposed to build the Iron Man suit, and then he built the drones instead. And he built so many of them that he put tracking devices in them that he could control them in order to fight Tony if he ever showed up again. And Tony does show up again, and Whiplash, Rhodey, and Tony have it out. Not going to spoil the ending, but I will tell you stay after the credits. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
And if you get...
By the way, War Machine, awesome. Mounted Vulcan on his shoulder. Just saying.
Rocket launchers on the wrist. It's pretty awesome.
Then there's the ex-wife. I'm going to bust his bunker. Ding.
The whole movie was really good.
It was surprisingly better than the original in most people's mind because it made them laugh more and, you know, the action was better.
There were some really comedic parts. I went with this one girl to go see it, and she didn't laugh at any of the comedic parts. A little disappointing. When the whole theater busts out laughing and you turn next to her and she's like, I don't get it. And she's like, yeah, whatever.
I can understand why.
Regular humor.
Oh, geez. He made a joke about people.
Yeah.
What are those?
It's like not even topical humor. It's just regular humor that everyone should laugh at. General humor. And
this thing can reduce irregular skyscrapers.
Can
population
reduce any standing structures.
Population level to 0. I called the ex-wife.
Not even a chuckle. Not even a chuckle. I mean, this girl, not even a chuckle. It was disturbing. It made me cry.
And on the inside.
On the inside.
I was there with him throughout the entire ordeal. He was like...
we went to go see it twice.
We had to see it two times the same day.
I went with the girl, and then our whole group of friends met up, and we went to go see it. 10 out of 10. I say it was pretty good.
Very good.
Very good.
9.5. I think there is no perfect movie.
He's always
a bit lower.
He's always got the bit lower than me. I always try to one-up it. But, yeah.
See, if he could, he'd be voting 10.5 right now.
Good movie. Good movie. I think the director, Jon Favreau, does an excellent job of directing these Iron Man movies. If I hear they're coming out with Thor and the Avengers coming up soon, and it should be really good because if they have the original cast of all the Marvel movies coming into the Avengers, it'll be really good. So, yeah, it was a good movie, and no spoilers, not letting anything out. So, go see it for
ex-wife. You will laugh when you see the ex-wife.
You'll laugh when you see.
I'm gonna bust his bunker.
But yeah, so if you get a chance, rent it on DVD, or if it's still in your theater, go see it because it's a really good movie. And until next time when we review Avatar, James Cameron's Avatar.
Tableau people.
Until then, I'm Aaron.
And I'm Zane.
And that's the show.